Hey everyone, it's Mike Swigunski here, founder of Global Career and best-selling author of Global Career, How to Work Anywhere and Travel Forever. Today I'm going to talk about my lifestyle as a digital nomad living in Tbilisi, Georgia. I've been living here for the past 10 months and I've absolutely loved my time here. And I would say it's going to be the next big digital nomad hub. And I'll go ahead and get into some of the reasons, but I'm going to save one reason for the very end. And it's probably the main reason we decided to come and stay here long term and build a community and build Tbilisi, Georgia as our hub. Let's go ahead and dig right into Tbilisi, Georgia as a digital nomad. So starting off, I'm going to go over my top 5 reasons for why I love Tbilisi, Georgia, and why it's a perfect destination for me as a digital nomad. You might have other things that you're looking for when you're traveling and when you're going overseas. I guarantee Tbilisi is going to check a lot of boxes no matter what type of digital nomad you are. And starting off at number 1, if you haven't gone on to Airbnb.com and checked out some of the rental prices here in the city, even before COVID, they were absolutely wonderful and extremely good value. So we're paying $600 a month for a 220 meter squared apartment, which is 2 floors, 2 stories, 2 bedrooms, and 2 baths, and it's extremely spacious. So for $600 a month, it's an absolute steal, and we love this place. So it's got all the amenities that we need, and you can find a lot of great rental options here in Tbilisi, Georgia, or anywhere throughout Georgia. Tbilisi is going to be a little bit more expensive than other cities, but it's still a really good value. And moving in at number 2, I love eating good food, and I've never really actually had Georgian food before I came here, and I was absolutely blown away with how delicious their local food options are and the international options. Again, when you're living overseas for 10 months, you're not going to want to eat local dishes no matter how much you love it. So living here in Tbilisi, being able to have great options for authentic, delicious local food, and then an extensive list of foreign foods, no matter what you want, from Italian to Chinese food, there's going to be options for everyone. And I guarantee you're going to put on a few kilos if you spend a lot of time here in Georgia because the food is so delicious. So moving at number 3, the other big aspect for me to have a good hub overseas is having a strong nomad community or strong digital nomad community. And Tbilisi has one of the best communities. It's still fairly small, but it's really tight-knit and a lot of people are willing to meet each other. There is a really great community feeling. I think a lot of people here just want to build something. And the great thing about Tbilisi is even if you don't live in the same street, and because Tbilisi is fairly compact, most people are living within 10-15 minutes of each other. So it's easy to get together with other nomads. And there's a lot of activities and events going on all the time, except for right now because COVID and lockdown is happening. But before that, there was something going on pretty much every night of the week. And there's so many events for digital nomads or expats. No matter what you're into, you'll be able to find your tribe here. Coming in at number 4, and this is another great reason, it's super easy to get started here. You can really hit the ground running and you can get a bank set up in a day. You can really figure out the lay of the land. Georgia makes things super easy, from the transport to just joining a gym, getting your hair cut. All of those things that you probably don't really consider are really seamlessly done in Georgia. They're super laid back people and extremely friendly, and they don't like to add too much friction, which I like about living here. There are some things obviously that are going to be hurdles, but majority of things in Tbilisi, Georgia are absolutely wonderful. So getting started, showing up here, not knowing anybody, was really easy for us to hit the ground running, meet people, figure out the lay of the land, and having that balance of local friends and foreign friends together has been really nice. There's a really good melting pot here for people wanting to get to know each other. And coming in at number 5 is my number 1 reason for choosing Tbilisi, Georgia, is the visa situation. Essentially, we came here and with a passport, we were able to stay here for up to 1 year on a tourist visa. So we just showed up with our passports. We're able to actually get here for a year, and they have a lot of extensive options for staying here over a year. There's a lot of, with the current situation, things have gotten a little bit more complicated, but still there's a remote working option, there's business options, and there's a lot of other alternatives if you want to stay here longer than a year. Normally you could just do a border run, but because a lot of the borders are closed, it's becoming a little bit more complicated. Regardless, you can stay here for a year still if you come in on the work remotely visa or any other type of visa. They're really relaxed about the visa situation, and that was our big draw for coming here. And if anything changes, I'll try to make sure to include some information below. So if you're interested in coming to Georgia, I highly recommend checking out my travel hacking masterclass. I'll leave some links below, so that way you can fly over here for as cheap as possible or potentially free. So I'll leave the details below. And if you made it this far, I really appreciate your support. Please consider subscribing. I'm publishing 2 new videos every week. And if you haven't yet, if you found one thing useful out of this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. And I appreciate all of your support. Have a wonderful rest of your day.